The last freedom is my favorite. It's the freedom to say yes. How many times a day, how many times a week does somebody come to you as an IT manager or as an ops manager asking for something that you cannot deliver? You would love to do it, but you can't, because you don't have time, you don't have resources, you don't have the budget, you don't have the servers, and you have to say no, and you feel depressed about it. God knows I felt depressed about it. And that could mean, if you're working in a startup, means growing like crazy from day one, never having to worry about capacity, never having to worry about, oh my God, we need 20 more servers for tomorrow, how do we do it? And who's using at least one of those services weekly? Yeah, Slack. Okay, no one is using Tinder, I'm sure, right? Okay. Okay, so excluding Tinder, Airbnb, Pinterest, Zynga, Stripe, I could list a few more, right? Spotify, etc. So those guys from day one, they've been growing and they've never had to say no to anyone. And the same goes for large companies, which have lots of processes, lots of history, and that's fine. We respect that. They can't necessarily move as fast as the startups, but they still want to say yes. They want to say yes to their new businesses. They want to say yes to their customers. For example, Unilever, large, huge consumer company, they migrated 1,700 websites to AWS, right? And they keep adding more. And building a website for them, it's an easy thing to do. Probably was more complex in the past. Philips Healthcare, they're managing 15 petabytes of medical data in the cloud, helping their customers work and crunch that data to improve healthcare. Again, I could go on forever. Just to show you that large companies too, can reinvent themselves and become agile and nimble again, thanks to AWS services. And you've been listening to me for patiently, and I thank you for that. But I could have just flown there and showed you a couple of slides, and these are the ones I want to show you. What is really the essence of this freedom story? Well, I think the best way to sum it up is, look at what the CTO from Ticketmaster, large, huge company selling, concert tickets, etc., event tickets. And what he says is really, using AWS brings back ownership into the company, into the teams. The builders, the thinkers, the people who want to build the best service, they can make the business and the service their own again. They're not stuck in procedures. They are not stuck in waiting for the network guy to open the firewall, the storage guy to add 10 gigabytes, the server guy to rack 10 more servers. They can just go and do it themselves. So it's better for the business, it's better for time to market, it's better for them, they feel better about it, and at the end of the day, it's their website again, it's their application. They can build it from A to Z, see the results, measure, improve, and more important, have fun. Nothing's worse than being stuck and having to wait on somebody else. So it's really about freedom to control your own destiny. And it's not only about the business, it's about you. It's about what you want to do as an individual, right? What do you want to do when you wake up in the morning and go to the office? Are you just going through the motions? Is it just one day after the next, after the next, after the next? Being stuck in the same rigidity, in the same, the same role playing sometimes? Or do you want, is there a higher purpose? Do you want to be proud again? Do you want to be happy again at what you do and see the results of your ideas, brought in production, being successful, creating value for your company, of course, but just creating value and happiness for yourself. And again, from my personal collection, there was a time when that's what my life looked like. That's not me. That's one of my system administrators. working on an infrastructure migration at night. You know, you can see some servers in the back. And you know, at some point you have to sleep, you know. But is that the way, you know? Is that the way? Sleeping like a homeless guy in the office and going home totally, you know, destroyed and unhappy because you had to roll back that database migration at 3 in the morning or something went wrong on the routers. Is that the way? You know, what's the happiness there? So at some point, you know, you see the light, right? You see the light, like the Blues Brothers, you know. And you realize, come on, there's a better way. You know, we've been doing it like this for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. You know, there's a better way. We should go faster. We should be more efficient. And again, we should be happier with our job and what we deliver for the company. And this is where you want to get, right? You want to get on top of the mountain. You have great mountains in Norway, right? Too bad I can't even visit them this afternoon or tomorrow. I hate it, but that's it. I'll be back. So that's where you want to be, looking at the horizon, thinking about, okay, what am I going to build tomorrow? You know, where am I taking my project? Where am I taking my company? Where am I taking myself? You know, you want to see the sun rise, and you want to be successful. And, you know, I think, and I hope that during this presentation, I showed you that getting on top of the mountain is possible, and looking at the sunrise is possible. And all you have to do is take a simple step into the cloud, and we're here to help, and we're here to listen. Okay? I want to thank you very much, and I'm going to try that. So, tack så mye. All right? Hope that was good. Thank you very, very much. I'm on time, which is fantastic. I want to thank the organizers once again for having me. It's been a huge pleasure. I wish I could stay longer, but I've got to run and catch my flight. I want to thank all of you for attending. I wish you a great, great conference. And please keep in touch on Twitter or by any other means. If you have any questions, if you want to, if you're looking for additional information, if you want to get more about the references I mentioned, feel free to ping me on Twitter. I'll be happy to answer. Thanks again. Have a great day, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.